second needle of the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. So I've been what's right here? Look at that bit. Like I've been watching this, and I'm really enjoying it. Doctor Who, was it season 8 or was it John Pertwee season 2? I think they'll call it in America. Blu-rays, freaking awesome. These box sets are absolutely wonderful. There's just a treasure trove of so much in there. So one thing that really caught my attention, something I do quite enjoy, this thing called Behind the Sofa, which is kind of like Vox Box. You know, you have a few different groups of people watching the episode in question, and you get their feedback in it. So you normally have interesting groups. They normally have like three different eras represented. You normally have the era that are part of the episode. So pretty much, most people are brown bread, but they have Katie Manning and was it Phil Bevan, who played Professor Jones, that Katie Manning went off with at the which I believe they were dating in real life as well, right? So they're one group. You've got Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. A really kind of fun combination. They're another group, and they always have a very contemporary group. So in other ones, they've had Pete Mateague, who works a lot on these box sets, and like one of the current series right now. If you're new to my channel, I really don't like the current series. I really don't like it. If you like it, God bless you. I'm really happy for you. So this time they had was it Sacha Dhawan and Angelina Mahindra together as well, who I didn't know were married, right? So that's why there's no plexiglass between them. They were married. And honestly, so I just watched Terror of the Autons one last night. I go from this to this. And the love that Sacha Dhawan has for the master and his craft is just it screams out, and that's like I think that screamed out of his performance. On screen. Even though I said I think the episodes of him were really terrible. I just ended up feeling really bad for him after watching it. I felt really bad for him because he was so into it and so dedicated to it. I wish he had far better material. But it's interesting seeing firstly him and was Angela's enthusiasm for watching this classic episode, and hearing his insights on it. Which again, I just find, absolutely fascinating. Maybe you will too. I guess I'll find out. When I see if anybody, watches this video. To that end, can you hit the like, share, and subscribe button? YouTube are doing a bit of weirdness right now. I don't know what's going on. My subs are under attack. Everything's under attack. Everything's doing badly. So if you can hit the like, share, and subscribe button, that would be really fantastic. Thank you very much. Also comment is really good. The algorithms like a nice juicy comment. Give me a comment, I like it. If you want to be super nice, go check out my Indiegogo. Right up there, Indiegogo. It's 2 fantastic graphic novels. This is coming up to the end of the campaign now. I'm waiting for one more piece of artwork. It's going to be a poster with not Sarah Sutton, but was it Elizabeth Sladen as she was when she was older, and Tom Baker as he is today, basically in costume as an elderly Fourth Doctor, and Sarah Jane. I want to call it Forever Young, right? They're at the controls of the TARDIS forever. That's the poster I'm ending the campaign on. It should be ready in desert. Once that poster, we're in the final week of the campaign, and we'll be launching a new one. So these are 2 graphic novels. They're freaking awesome. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you're gonna like them, and you get a bunch of extras as well if you buy both of them. You can get the extras on their own. I would rather you buy the graphic novels. I'll be frank with you. I'll be rather because I want you to read them. But the extras are fantastic. What are the extras? Well, we have the For the Male Gaze series of art cards. These are postcards. I'm going to be printing postcard stuff on the back so you can actually mail them and embarrass the vicar or whatever with them. These are the start of the 4. They went up to 6 cards based on my 12-year-old masturbatory fantasies, and they still work pretty well today. Let me tell you, I have no complaints. So the first, they're all all genre related, of course. The first one is called Keeping the British End Up. We have Party Like It's 1999. Yes, fantastic card. Don't even think it says them, but I do think it. I think it a lot, much to my shame. My favourite still remains. Even though it's got some close, stiff competition. No hanky-panky in the TARDIS. Oh, yes, there is. Then we did a chaser card. We did I'm Sensing Strong Emotions, Captain. And finally, for the genre fans out there, we did the fantastic, the resplendent, the wonderful, the Force is female. So let's just, I think, just zoom in and see quite how female it is. It's very, very female. The Force is very female. Look how happy Princess Leia is. Look, good for you, Princess Leia. All the Warriors of the Revolution behind you. The campaign's doing pretty well. If we hit $8,000, or about 1,000 away, 1,200 away, everyone's gonna get this A2 poster. It's 18 by 24. It's like big. It's a big poster. Gonna get it, or you just get it as an add-on, right? Get it as an add-on right now. The extra $3. We also got this one. The Eyes Have It. This guy's never seen Doctor Who, and he just so nailed Capaldi, right? Like, just so totally nailed him. I really like. I really want to do a Doctor Who comic with him at some point. Yeah, there's no more Doctor Who comics anymore, which is a bit sad. And finally, we've got this one, Great Balls of Fire. As I said, we got Forever Young, on the way. So go check it out. Thank you very much. And if you can share it as well, that's Fan-Dabby, double dozy. Fine. So let's look at this thing. Was it Behind the Sofa? I've just cut out the bits that have Sacha Dhawan and Angelina Mahindra. Again, I'm really
Well, I'm quite excited. This is the Master's first appearance.
Yes.
With the Doctor.
Yeah.
And I think this episode aired January the 2nd, 1971. And my episode of Doctor Who aired January the 1st. Weird, isn't it?
That's so weird.
So again, you can see like how he wants to connect, how he likes to connect with classic Doctor Who. Again, pride and excitement. I really think this came through in his performance. I think his performance was just very, very excitable. Let's hear some more.
Like 40 odd years later.
Yeah, I feel quite proud. How amazing is this? Yeah, nice one.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish it was better. Again, I just wish you had a better material, because I really think, Sacha, you deserve better material.
Robert Holmes. God, you always get excited, don't you, when you hear the music?
Yeah, you do. You know you're in for like an adventure.
Yeah, again, they're clear. I think it's genuine. He seems to be genuinely excited. So this is the first appearance of the Master, right? So we're going to see. So Sacha's going to. We're saying in real time. Sacha watched the first appearance of the Master, of the first Master, and because again, he's very connected to this role.
Here's a familiar figure.
He looks like an actor that's coming out of his trailer.
Yeah, he does.
To start the scene.
Yeah, he does.
The heck out of you. Well, I am
Oh my
usually referred
God.
to as the Master.
Oh, wow,
Is that
look
so?
at him.
Universally.
Wow, he's so like
Stoic?
stoic and got that real like don't mess with me sort of sneer, hasn't he?
Unfortunately, I need you.
I feel like your Master does something like that and has got that sort of like omnipresent thing about him.
Yeah, he's so still, though, as well.
Yeah.
Now I realise just how much I've been doing.
You see, I just think if you had a showrunner like Rusty Davis Moffat or Mark Gatiss, and anybody who like would want to encourage his love of Doctor Who, like his genuine love of Doctor Who, which seems so genuine, right? It just seems so absolutely genuine. And show him more stuff and show him different things. it would have been great. It would have been so good. I mean, again, his talent plus his enthusiasm with a good script, right? Oh, wouldn't that be great? I just think it's what Doctor Who could really need.
Because you have still moments as well.
We were talking about this the other day about coming out.
You know, yeah, like, I mean, his performance, to me, it seemed much closer to the meddling monk than it was to the master. And I just think because he didn't get good direction from Chris Chibnall, right? I think, by the way, if you've never heard Big Finish, they've cast Rufus Hound as a meddling monk. He's really good. He's really, really good. And then a few years ago, about 10 years ago, they had Graham Garden from The Goodies being the meddling monk. Also really good, but Rufus Hound really nails it. So I feel Sacha Dhawan is like, his performance really came out as meddling monkey rather than Master E. Again, what a shame.
Out the TARDIS.
Or going into it for the first time.
Oh my God, and how excited you get. But those who are already used to doing it are a bit sick of it.
Yeah, just like hurry up and get on with it.
Yeah, it's so tight, but also our door kept swinging open, so the last person in has got to hold the door shut so it can't swing open. That was my job. I was really nervous.
So again, you're just seeing his like enthusiasm, his love for the role, right? It's like, oh, if you're not nervous about something that you don't think is valuable, and he clearly sees the role, and I think Doctor Who as valuable. It just breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart.
When I got announced as the Master,
Yeah.
no one knew. And then when I was doing Dracula, Mark Gatiss sent me a picture of Roger Delgado, and he said, "What do you think about your character in Dracula having a goatee?" And I thought, whoa, my head was so confused. I was like, does Mark know that? And he didn't. Isn't that weird that he sent me Roger's picture?
Oh, weird. I listen again. Mark Gatiss. Yeah, Mark Gatiss, Sacha Dhawan, doing Doctor Who. That genuinely would appeal to me. Yeah, listen, they could. I'm all on board for there being surprises, but like what we have right now of there being just utter nothing coming out of Cardiff. There's no excitement, right? There's no excitement, and Sacha has so much excitement. That's just pure marketing value, right? Sure. So let's carry on.
Did you think so? You thought he knew?
Yeah, I really thought he knew. Because
it was a big secret, wasn't it? You couldn't tell anybody.
Couldn't tell anybody about it. And there was Mark saying, "Oh, you should maybe think about growing a goatee."
Oh my God!
But now, can you imagine me?
Of all the goatee faces to find, Sam Rogers.
Well, look, did he have a goatee? I can't remember now. He has to travel. Such a shame. It's like so incredibly forgettable. It sucked away by into watching this.
A goatee like that.
Yeah, I could.
Could you?
I could, yeah.
Really?
You do that. You get into characters. Remember your long fingernails?
Yeah, I did.
To deal with you for 6 months with long, dirty fingernails.
What role did he play with long, dirty fingernails? Was that Dracula? That can't have been a 6-month shoot. It was like one episode. But again, listen, I mean, it's so nice hearing somebody who has an appreciation for the source material and his craft, again, which I wish I saw it more in Doctor Who, right? And it really hurts me that I don't.
Months with long, dirty fingernails.
I see the Master and Doctor being quite similar and trying to outdo one another.
So this is interesting. I think this is what made me want to make this video, because this shows a real, again, genuine a love of your craft and using it correctly. Just not supported properly.
So I always love to try and take some of the Doctor's things and incorporate them into the Master as well. So
that's cool.
Sometimes I look at the Doctor's mannerisms and take them. So like William Hartnell, for instance, kind of would hold his lapels. I nick that. I think
that's cool.
It kind of.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what's cool about that. What's cool about that is you cared enough to research the role and think it through and come up with a take on it, right? And I just don't think Jodie did. I just don't think Jodie's done that. It seems to be that she feels the role is it doesn't have any rules, doesn't have any reality to it, so you don't need to put any reality into it. Whereas Sacha Dhawan, yeah, you see what he's doing. He's really digging it.
Kind of, they had the same kind of tics and
That's
behaviour.
really lovely.
God, Roger is like so sharp. It makes him very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, if he only saw more of this before he did the his role, it would have been even better, right? But yeah, Christian was big on like, no need to do any research.
Like a dark Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, a dark Bond. So why is he a dark Bond? Because the Master is supposed to be, in my opinion anyway, a dark reflection of the Doctor and whatever that Doctor is at the time. You know, I think John Pertwee's Doctor was very James Bondy, right? And so when she calls a dark Bond, yeah, I think she's nailing it. I think she's absolutely right. Yeah. So, but like, what I guess what would you be like? What's the opposite of Jodie Whittaker? I don't know. I don't know without being rude. Okay, I don't want to be rude.
Go on, Joe.
It's nice to see a strong female character.
Really nice.
Stop her, that's a bomb!
Oh my god.
That was incredible. Oh my god,
Kung
what
fu
a
there.
punch.
She punched him in the stomach.
Yeah, she did. She punched him in the thank you, Sarah Sutton, for pointing that out. Yeah, she punched her in the stomach. That was good. So there's a couple of things I found interesting there. Firstly, yeah, I forgot Joe decked whoever Mike Yates in the gut there. But also them talking about them being strong female characters. This is why I think current television, not just Doctor Who, current television really fails, really genuinely fails. Like things like Star Trek, Doctor Who, have always been very egalitarian, right? They've always had strong female characters, except when they make it focus on strong female characters, and then nobody's strong. I just don't think anybody's a strong character in the current era of Doctor Who. I don't think of them as characters, right? Again, I talked about Whittaker's portrayal of the Doctor, which I just think is completely lacking of authenticity, right? I think it's really lacking authenticity. And also, you know, the writing for, what's her name? Yaz. What's her name? I can't remember. The character is just very two-dimensional, which is like the bestest ever, but we've never seen her do anything good other than be told she's so great. She had no character development, and then all of a sudden she was suicidal because she was a Muslim in Yorkshire. I mean, really, have you ever been to Yorkshire? You're like, she wasn't the only Muslim in Yorkshire. Let me tell you. There's one or two more up there. And then she has mental health, but it's all like happens in a second. These aren't characters, right? These aren't characters. Joe Grant was a character. And I think to have a character, you got to have foibles. You got to not be perfect. And you know, I just think part of writing TV in 2020, 2021 is if you're somebody you feel is of a marginalized group, you can't write them with having any form of lack, right? So they just get really boring two-dimensional characters that don't particularly work. But the idea there was no strong characters before the current era, strong female characters, strong minority characters. I do think the minority characters were more representational, more accurately representational of TV previously than they are now. When they're very disproportionately tokenized, I would say, rather than represented, but they're very disproportionately tokenized. I just find racist myself, that's just me for you. Also, I'm surprised, because Sacha Dhawan said, well, it's so great to have a, I don't know, slightly darker master. I don't even know what ethnicity Sacha is. He's got slightly darker skin. He looks like he's just a bloke. I don't know, right? But Roger Delgado sort of seemed to me to be kind of had a similar skin tone. So if skin tone's all important, it seems. I mean, certainly he's got the same skin tone as Angeli over here, who I have to tell you, looks fan-frickin-tastic through this. Here.
God, it is really frightening because we all have plastic. Well, too much of it, but we all have plastic in our houses, don't we? So when you're watching this, you're like,
this could happen to me.
is my TV going to eat me?
So yeah, they were talking about the scene where the plastic chair eats who was it, Robson? Oh god, what that's what's the name? Oh, they just the animated version of it. It wasn't very good. Not oh yeah, free from the deep. Whatever. So the plastic. But what they're discovering right now is if you add I can't remember the right word. The missitude is Robert Meyer Burnett's big word. If you had authenticity, so make something relatable and authentic, it's very, very powerful. And again, this is something I feel the current era Doctor Who really, really lacks. And I think them seeing it goes, oh my god, this could be awesome, right?
I think you're wrong. I don't want the thing.
Ah, but I insist.
You're wasting your time.
Not at all.
So this is an aside. Something else on the Blu-ray is they did new special effects for these. I don't really think it needed it, right? I think honestly the effect shot at the end with the Alton squid, which is really weird, and what they chose to do, it was much better on what was it the in the 90s BBV Bill Baggs did a series of Alton videos with I think the third one was one of the early ones to do CGI, and the Alton that appeared on top of this church there was so much more convincing than the Alton. It just didn't seem to fit on properly. I mean, you have to look. They made a creative choice, which I'm not sure worked so well. Did it work better than the vague, like, you know, 3 fingers of light above the telescope, the radio telescope? Yeah, probably. But again, I'm not sure they really needed the new special effect. I like them though. I like them. But this is a really good spooky effect. I really think it worked well.
Oh my god, that's so dark.
Goodness me.
But yeah, look, their revelation of realizing Doctor Who works when it's dark, right? When it's actually scary, when it matters, when things matter. Yeah, it does work better. So.
Boris Johnson.
I thought it was Boris Johnson. I totally did. You know what's interesting?
People say, "Oh, don't put politics and everything." That was fine. To me, that was fine. You know, it seemed kind of, although it didn't look much like Boris Johnson to me. But okay, whatever.
Interesting when Mark was saying, I think me and Jodie were the first actors to call them master, because
as opposed to master.
Doesn't seem right with me saying it, the master.
Yeah.
Now, does that help the character or does that diminish the character? That's a good question. I kind of like the idea of having, you know, received pronunciation, RP accents, right? The master. I do, but he seems. I don't know. I mean, listen. I like. Was it Eric Roberts' Master? They just did a release of that on Big Finish. Was it called Master? And he plays it. He has it with an American accent, and it really, I think was. Does it help? It doesn't hurt. Again, I just feel that his master comes off more like the meddling monk than a master. He's not suave enough to be the master, really. Where even John Sim which is an incredibly incompetent master, had this like suaveness, right? Does it break the character? No. You know, listen, if it was with a good script, I think it would be fine. I think it would be fine. But yeah, it just breaks my heart that like nobody realizes how bad yeah, the current era is.
Master, innit?
Yeah. In it.
Like in modern day TV, I'm not talking about Doctor Who, but like just TV, there'd always be like a love interest or something. It's just that they're companions.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, again, I think they're picking on something really important. Again, a real lack in modern TV is that people can't just be friends. There's always got to be some kind of like, not emotional, sexual connection, right? Just be friends. Just be friends with each other, which is, I think, you know, Doctor Companion thing that just, it really worked. Catherine Tate and David Tennant, yeah, they were just great friends. Sarah Jane and the Fourth Doctor, they were just incredible friends that really liked each other. right? It's nice. It's nice. Why can't things be nice? Yeah, I don't like the Phasmin thing that's clearly going where he has clearly has the hots for the Doctor, which again seems to be a genderizing, saying, yeah, it's okay to be gay. I'm like, most people have said that since the 80s. You know, I come from the 80s. I know.
It's more than just like a bit of a like sexual connection. It's like a deep friendship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like their family.
Yeah, it's like a genuine connection, you know, which I just don't think TV presents that much anymore.
Oh my god, that's just so dark.
It's so dark.
Yeah, that was Katie Manning got the plastic over her face and you had to melt it off.
There's quite a bit of violence in this. I mean, I do some dark stuff, but I don't think I've ever punched or hit anybody.
Okay, honestly, if you do some dark stuff and you like, I'm assuming he's talking about acting, right? And you ever punch or hit anybody in acting, like, what happened to the world to make, you know, what made us the planet of the pussies that, like, we can't have violence on TV? Like, what happened to us, and are we any better for it? I'm gonna say no. I don't think that we are.
No.
Almost seems like that would be too far.
Or too on the nose, maybe now.
Yeah.
Like you've got a lot more.
Like mental
tricks.
torture's more interesting.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, so they just that's it. It's the end when the master comes out the truck and he gets shot and they pull the mask off him and he's not the master at all. So was it Phil Bevan? Stuart Bevan.
Wasn't Roger after all.
Of course it wasn't.
Literally pulling masks off. The disguisers, you know, oh, it wasn't him.
Yeah.
My master being able to
Shapeshift, sort of.
literally like become someone else. It's not just like creating a mask, but obsesses about other people.
Yeah.
It's a way of hiding in other people's personalities.
Yeah.
But he takes them on.
He's still on brand.
So, you know, I think that's again, it's a good bit of thinking, right? It's a good bit of thinking, but I don't think that's right for the master, right? I don't think the master hides. I mean, he does disguise himself. But again, it's interesting that I don't think the master's afraid, right? I think he's crazy, and I think he's able to hide himself when, like, yeah, as part of like dastardly plans, but I don't think he hides himself out of fear. But I think, yeah, with Kit, I just wish that that Sacha sat down for a day with Mark Gatiss and a bunch of DVDs and they talked about the character. Wouldn't you all rather live in that world? I would rather live in that world too.
So good to see like some classic Who. We know what became of the master, what's becoming of him as time goes on, but actually at this point the audience will be like, oh, who is this master?
I was expecting a bigger kind of like confrontation or something, and
Like the showdown.
yeah. So now I'm like hooked. I want to see what
I
happens.
reckon that's coming.
So you know, again, yeah, I like the, you know, they're just seeing good television being made, right? They go, oh, you don't pay things off straight away, you build things up before you pay them off. Well, wouldn't that be great? I mean, he just seems so sincere. He seems so incredibly sincere. I'm really into his insight. I'm like, continue this. I'm watching Mind of Fear today. I hope. I love Mind of Fear. Oh, one of my all-time favorites. I'm intrigued to hear what he has to say about it. If he has anything interesting to say, I'll let you guys know. My name's Cecil Beck, and you're Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.